Jimmie Lee, the Jersey Outlaw.
Yes.
Is our guest today. He's a dental comedian, right?
No, I'm a dentist.
Oh.
And I have a passion to perform and be a comedian.
I saw you on H3, I did the live Ethan Klein's birthday show. And this young man was there performing. And I was bowled over, number one, by your ability to continue doing what you were doing as you were being pelted.
I was being heckled bad and I couldn't do my set and I had to go into combat mode and start throwing tomatoes back, and the insults got vicious. There was a heavyset girl in the front and she wouldn't stop, and that's the first one I started to insult.
The heavyset girl?
Yeah.
What did you say?
I said, what do you have for breakfast, dinner? And I say, is there a buffet here?
In these times,
it's a little tougher.
It is.
You're right.
I know. Yeah. I love what you did, and I thought it was so shockingly amazing, because the thing about I also do stand-up comedy. I don't do dentistry. I go to a dentist.
I know.
The things that you were saying to people, it was bowling me over like, oh my God. And you don't get any kickback for that aside from pillows being thrown at you?
Well, I'm a funny guy. I'm from a Jewish family. You're Jewish.
You're from a Jewish family?
Yeah.
Okay, but you're not Jewish.
Yeah, I'm Jewish.
Oh, okay.
And my mom wanted me and my brother to become doctors. Larry became an anesthesiologist. I became a dentist. But I always had in my heart, Howie, since I was a little kid, to be a performer. I just had it in me. And as I'm getting older, I don't enjoy being the dentist and the administrator. People that are young are loving me, which I was surprised. Like, I'm an older guy, and I grew up with Don Rickles and Rodney Dangerfield and you and Red Fox, and that's the comedy I like. And it seems to be getting accepted in this politically correct culture.
You have a TV show, or
I have a comedy TV show called Dangerously Funny. It's very viral on social media, on YouTube and Instagram.
Dangerously Funny.
Spanish? I'm Mexican. Mexican, wonderful. Here's a cookie. Who cares that you're Mexican? Do me a favor. Do me. Don't fucking get pushy with me.
Actually, so this isn't planned. You go out on the street.
So no one gets mad at you for some of the things you say?
There's something wrong with me, Jacqueline, in the way that I just want to go out and do what I love to do.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to do it. If people, it doesn't matter. I don't know if something's wrong with me, Howie. So, yeah, to answer your question, yeah, they do.
Yeah.
No, wait a minute.
But you going up to like two women and you go, look at your 2 5s. Like
2 5s make a 10.
I know, but you're saying you're 2 5s.
There's nothing more at my age that I really have left that I want to do. I have money. I have a nice wife, a nice family.
You have kids too?
I have 2 kids. I got one kid, Howie, in dental school now. And
wow.
My one son is reserved like my wife. My wife's Asian. She's quiet. And the other one's a little nutty like me.
She's
Colby.
Asian and quiet.
Yeah.
Even when you're not doing your shtick, you're saying things that could get you in trouble.
But when I think about my wife, I get a little hungry, because she's Asian. Tell me.
I think it's kind of sad that your goal, not that it's sad for you, I think in general, as people, the goal is to be famous so someone remembers you. Like, you always talk about no one's going to remember anyone in 100, 200 years. Why is that your goal? And you'll be disappointed or sad if people don't remember you.
I'll tell you the backstory. I mean, you guys are almost like family already. I grew up in a dysfunctional family.
Wait a minute.
Well, I want to tell you.
Now I feel like an obligation and
Uncle
a wonderful...
Jimmy. It's Uncle Jimmy.
It's Uncle Jimmy.
Uncle Outlaw.
Uncle Jimmy.
Uncle Outlaw. The fact that you've talked to us for 10 minutes and you already feel like family is kind of moving.
Because we're talking a little deep and your daughter asked a question, so I would just say, I didn't grow up normal. So my dad took care of my mom, and my brother and I were kind of on our own. We left home with empty suitcases. We didn't have any love.
Why would you take a suitcase if there's nothing in it?
Well, it's a saying.
Oh.
So I had this yearning to be recognized by people and be famous because I'm missing that. It's not for money. It's just here. And what makes me happy is when people come up to me and I do my jokes and they laugh and they accept me and they have fun.
Are you not concerned that maybe somebody that you say something to will feel
upset?
Yeah.
Hurt.
I have that, Rickles attitude. You don't like me, it's okay. If I do jokes to laugh at ourselves, and I don't mean any harm. That's the kind of comedy I do, like a wise guy insult style comedy. It's a character. It's not me as a person, but people like that character for some reason. It catches on because no one does it, and it's just so bizarre and off the wall.
But are you not afraid that, because I'm on a show like AGT and I have to be honest sometimes with somebody and go, that wasn't great.
And you have to be polite.
I do.
Right.
But I also hear that I hurt somebody's feelings, and I feel devastated that somebody's feelings got hurt by what I said. So, like, even when I was watching you at the Ethan thing, even though she was attacking you, are you not concerned about how that lady might take the fact that you were pointing out her side?
Yeah, I do.
You know, when Jeff Ross was in here, he
Right.
says there's part of his show where he asks a member of the audience to come up on stage, but he will never do it unless they volunteer themselves and no one else volunteers them. So, but you go up to people who are sitting.
I think, Jacqueline, my beauty, magic, or devastation, whatever you want to call it, is I
Beauty,
do
magic,
shock
or devastation.
Shock, Howie,
thing.
it's like shock comedy because if I go up to a girl and she's heavy and I go, I know when you get a shoe shine, you got to take the guy's word for it. And she's like, what? It's
Right.
not expected.
Right.
It makes it funny.
Surprise.
If I walked up to a girl and say, hey, I'm a comedian. Can I do a couple roast jokes? And she goes, sure. So I do a couple roast jokes. It won't make an impact with the camera of the reaction because they know ahead of time. So I try to do a surprise attack.
Do they give approval afterwards for it to go up on the internet?
Well, between me and you, we just shoot and we edit and pick out what we want.
It's not really between me and you.
Well,
Do you realize that you're on a
you know this
podcast?
is going to go
telling
on
you.
YouTube.
Apparently, he's giving you secret information. What did he tell you? Does he have approval of people to...
That's between him and I.
I don't think it's healthy to chase fame. People might think that this is hypocritical because I do have some notoriety. To be totally honest with you, you know, I came to this business by accident. I was in retail. I got dared to go up on stage. Fame is fleeting. You know, as somebody who comes from close to my generation, I'm a lot older than you. Even the Beatles, who reached a level of notoriety and fame like that we hadn't seen. I have grandchildren. They don't know who the Beatles are.
Fame's fleeting, you're saying it passes.
You think being famous will make you happy. It just means that people that you don't know will stare at you while you're eating.
That's funny. You're a good guy, Hal.
I'm trying to be.
You're a good person. Good
Right.
And modest.
What?
And modest. Well, that's
I
to
modest?
be determined.
Well, he said
No,
you're a
no,
good
no.
guy.
You're not
Right.
modest.
I know that you think we're like family now, but I've really only known you for 10 minutes. And I haven't.
20 now. That was 10 minutes ago.
It
You know
doesn't
what,
bother you.
Jacqueline,
Yeah.
is upsetting to me? Tony Bennett said he never felt like he worked a day in his life because he enjoyed what he's doing. I've had a dental company for a long time. The administrative component of it is hard to get staff, tell dentists to produce, hire people, worry about revenue, paying bills, and I don't like doing it. And my father's brother was a funny guy. He was another Damon Runyon guy who did just what he wanted to do. And I feel I owe it to me with the remaining part of my life to do what I enjoy. My mom said since we were 8, you guys are going to be doctors. I said, I'm going to be an orthodontist. And my brother wanted to be a urologist. He ended up being an anesthesiologist. My brother retired. He does photography. He's another guy into art. He never really liked what he did either. You happy where you're at now in your life and with all you have? Does all you have make you happy? Is he empty, Jacqueline? Is he happy? You're his daughter. Is
Based
he
on what
happy?
he has said, I would say most of the time he struggles with his happiness. It has nothing to do with his career or how well he's doing. It's all
just
on the
inside?
inside.
I have mental health issues, but, you know, I have
Interesting.
anxiety and depression.
Are you bipolar?
No.
No. My mom was bipolar. That's why I asked.
Okay. Why, do I remind you of your mother?
No.
Your family.
First of all, you're Uncle Howie now.
Your uncle?
I'm super sensitive. I struggle with self-esteem issues. And if someone were to come up to me and say something, it would stick with me for a really long time, even if it was said with good intent.
So how do you feel about the whole Scandival thing?
The whole what?
Scandival.
Don't get mad at me. I don't know.
Oh, I'm not mad.
Tell
Tom
me.
Sandoval, he's on a show called Vanderpump Rules.
Did he do something bad?
He had sex with Raquel.
His girlfriend, that was her best friend.
Okay, so he cheated on his girlfriend with her best friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a bad move.
Okay, that's a
bad
positive
move.
take.
Unless if you're Mormon, then it doesn't matter as much.
Okay.
So, Jacqueline, when I meet a girl from Utah, I go, I married 2 of your sisters last week. I don't know if you know.
Oh my God.
It's the Mormon girl, mommy vlogger.
Yeah, I
that
think
just
she's
got
open game to make fun of.
a family vlogger. She just got arrested.
What did she do, though?
Family vlogger Ruby Frank
Right.
arrested on suspicion of aggravated child abuse. They found one of the children emaciated and with duct tape.
Why would you do that?
So you're
Something's wrong
against
with
that.
it. Well, that's awful. Like, I have 2 kids. Like, I'm going to not feed my kid. What's wrong with the person?
And you wouldn't duct tape them.
No.
Yeah, I got in trouble.
Yeah.
Oh, so
'Cause
you learned.
his interview skills on that one
We're bad.
below subpar.
But
right?
Howie,
Like-
how long have you been doing your podcast? Is it new?
I've been in the business for a long time. I don't do homework. I've done more homework about Jimmie Lee, the Jersey Outlaw, than I did about
Wow.
Tom Sandoval and Scandoval.
Uncle Howie.
Uncle Outlaw.
Mila and Ashton. What do you think of that?
Tell me. I don't.
You're on the internet.
don't
He's on the
follow
web,
this
not
stuff.
the World Wide Web.
Yeah, Spider-Man's on the World Wide Web. Not.
See what he did there?
I get it. I got it now.
No, Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis sticking up for Danny Masterson.
Okay, and
Danny Masterson was convicted of for 2 women.
those 2 celebrities were sticking up for him. That's stupid. So
that
is
was
the
him.
guy Danny Masterson? Did he do it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're outright dumb for somebody doing something that bad.
I'm glad we could get all these takes from you.
You're landing on the right side.
And my wife will say, so when it comes to push and shove,
Your wife
I
doesn't
always-
say much. You said she's very quiet.
She can't get a word in with me.
Does she ever come to you about, hey, Danny? I mean, not Danny.
But
Jimmy, what does she say about your comedy?
she knows I have this void to be famous and be known. What attracted her to me when I met her was I was actually really good looking. I had that John Travolta look with hair and I was funny. So
she liked
me
you just really made for
because
looks.
I was myself. I say, Lynn, I know you're Chinese and sometimes you're on your knees. We'll talk about that another
my
time.
God.
And she's from Jacqueline, Hawaii. She's from the island of I Like a Dickie. I'm going to hit some curveball.
You did. You did. Those are curveballs. Can I ask you something?
Sure.
How are you related to Bobby Lee?
There's no relation to Bobby Lee.
Because he's Asian. Wait, you took your wife's name?
That's my stage name. That's not my real name, Jimmie Lee.
So you took your wife's name as your stage name?
Maiden name is my stage name. Yeah.
What's her first name?
Lynn?
Why didn't you take that?
He's funny. Jimmy Linda?
No, Lynn.
Jimmy Lynn.
Is Jimmy your name?
Yeah.
That's your real name?
Yeah.
That's your given name?
Yeah.
James.
James.
And James what?
Wiener, like the hot dog, Oscar Mayer Wiener. That's my real name.
Why didn't you keep
Wait.
that?
When you're going to go into
I
comedy.
can't keep that, Jacqueline.
Why? But you're
No.
a comedian.
No, wait.
What?
Your name is Jimmy Wiener.
James Wiener. That's my real name. Stage name's Jimmie Lee, the Jersey Outlaw.
what?
Something? James Wiener is going to go into comedy, lose the Wiener, add the Lee. Do you not see that James Wiener would be a better comedy?
What you're saying is it's funny because when I said it, you laugh. So you're saying
No,
it. You didn't-
I'm not laughing at your name. I'm
you're-
laughing at the fact that you decided to change from
Yeah.
what would have been comedy gold. Why?
Well, I did music before comedy. And I was Jimmie Lee, the Jersey Outlaw. I just kept the same name for comedy.
You sing?
I'm an accomplished singer-songwriter.
Accomplished.
Pull up Kid Vegas, Jack.
Okay, this
I
is,
wrote this whole song, and we did a music video. It was like a long time. This is before I did comedy.
I feel like this is a hit.
Like it?
Yeah.
I wrote
Party
song.
So this is maybe we'll revive a little bit of your music career.
Okay.
I understand for music why you didn't want to show your wiener.
Why you didn't want to show your wiener? That's what you're ending on?
You don't understand my point.
Whatever.
He's
That's
saying-
not weird.
He's saying taking the last name makes sense. Taking the first name would make him sound Chinese.
I agree on that.
Just saying, why is it weird that he took the last name instead of the first name? Most people, if they're going to
Why does he
replace-
think the first name is weird?
It doesn't make sense.
Lynn doesn't make sense. Lee
Like,
makes
I
sense.
wouldn't take my husband's first name and put it as my last name. I wouldn't be Jacqueline Alex.
Why? Your
Not
name is
Alex
Jacqueline
Jacqueline.
Schultz. Can I be honest with
Yeah.
you? As a show business name?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jacqueline Alex is better.
It is.
In fact,
Actually, on that
is.
one, Howie, I agree. It sounds
can I
better.
just, if you took his wife's first name, it'd even sound better.
Jacqueline Lynn?
Jackie Lynn.
Lynn.
Jackie Lynn.
Yeah.
Ladies
I like
and
that
gentlemen,
one.
Jimmy Lynn doesn't make sense.
This is the weirdest conversation.
No, it's not. No, I disagree with him. I don't even think Jimmy Lynn sounds Chinese.
I mean, it
Jimmy
doesn't-
Lee sounds Chinese. And there's nothing wrong with sounding Chinese.
Good, you covered that.
Jimmy,
You know, we need the Chinese people, Howie.
okay.
You know why? You know why we need the Chinese people?
I got a feeling
You're gonna
this
say
is going to
something
be
offensive.
this is going to be inappropriate.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So the Jews have a place to eat Sunday night.
Oh my God.
There you go.
Come on, Jacqueline, give me a hand. I already got a big foot.
Go ahead, Jacqueline.
I don't know. Oh, you want an applause?
Jacqueline,
No.
last time I did a joke for a lady, 82, she gave me not applause, she gave me menopause.
She didn't give you a blowjob though, huh?
No, thank you.
No.
Why are you
Where
saying
did that
that?
come from?
Where did that come
Where
from?
did that
What are
I
you-
come
feel like that would be the biggest standing ovation.
That would be a standing
What are you
ovulation.
saying? Sitting here with your father, you're talking to a comedian. It has nothing to do. We're talking about his name, and why are you bringing up blowjobs with elderly women? Why would you do that? Wouldn't you be ashamed of your child if they did that?
Absolutely.
A fellow
Especially
parent.
I have sons,
Yeah.
so I wouldn't want them to do that.
You wouldn't want them to do what?
What you said.
Blowjobs.
Yeah.
Because?
they're guys. They're guys.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. Gay community.
I know. I took one of my friends, Howie, on a gaycation. Everybody came. It was good. You know my doctor, Dr. Bendover?
I don't.
He's got brown fingernails. Weird. He took.
Keep going.
Hey, Jacqueline, he took 50%.
Why me?
He
Why
took
not him?
50% of my colon out, and I told Howie I'm doing everything half-assed. I got problems.
Sounds like
Nothing's easy. My dentist,
Here,
Jacqueline,
sit.
my wife had her eye surgery last week, and now she wants to dump me. What I got to do to turn you on? She says, you got any friends? And I said, you want to do a three-way? And she said, well, maybe who's the other two guys?
You're getting them.
I
You're
got
getting
him.
them.
Oh, Jacqueline, I went
Yes,
to my doctor.
yes.
He told me I'm a kleptomaniac, but I'm taking a lot of stuff for that now.
I get it. What?
He's taking
He's
stuff.
taking. I get it.
When I came at Jacqueline, there was a sign outside. It said, don't even think about parking there. So I parked there, but I didn't think about it. Went up to my hotel, Jacqueline. She said, what do you recommend for good sex? I said, the B222. She says, a vitamin? I said, no, that's my hotel room.
They just keep coming.
Oh, Jacqueline, I forgot to tell you,
Yep.
they asked me to be the centerfold for Reader's Digest 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
I just don't like where they put them damn staples. I'm working live.
No, that's
amazing.
good. That's
He is.
amazing.
It's
A lot
amazing.
of people can't do that, like
working
improvise
well.
like that.
The end. A
I
good
did
little
that.
set, huh?
Yeah, that was
No,
good.
no, not the end of the
over.
show.
Not the end of the show. I mean,
Yes.
the end of the show. Was it good? What's yours?
I love you. You're actually really funny. But I think that you're treading on really dangerous territory.
Well, a guy goes on TV show, and he's on Carson. He goes, you know, Johnny Carson, I'm from Canada, and I come from a really big family. You know, my siblings all weigh 300 pounds, and that was you.
That was me, yeah.
And I said, you're funny. The problem is Carson didn't get him. But I thought you were funny because you were doing the jokes and not laughing like Geechee guy does almost. But because of the generational gap, he didn't get you.
While they
Well, I took my
use-
wife to a freak show 2 weeks ago. They let her in for nothing, Howie. It's a one-liner that just didn't hit.
No, it
What
hit.
hit?
It hit.
Did it hit?
It hit me. You want a hug?
You, Jacqueline, I feel I could use a hug.
I don't really like hugs that much.
No more hugs.
Okay. You remind me of me. You want everybody to like you.
I do.
Remind me of me.
But you remind me of me.
Your family.
We're like one person.
Howie, you know the difference between a Jew and a canoe? Canoe's tip. Come on, Howie. That was a
that's
good one.
That's a good one.
I mean, no, I'm bisexual, you know? I have sex 2 times a year. Your father's trisexual. He tries anything.
Yep.
My wife, Howie, wants to have sex in the backseat of the car. She wants me to drive.
Because she's not having sex with him.
When I found out she's faking orgasm, 4 of my friends told me. Oh, yeah, 4.
It's a joke.
No.
Yeah.
Jacqueline, she
Yeah.
wanted to be on the bottom last night. She wanted to be on the top. I called your dad. He said, go get her a bunk bed. So I was on the bottom. She was on the top.
Good suggestion, Dad.
Oh, I didn't suggest it.
I got even, Jack. I bought a strobe light. I said, now when I make love to you, look like you're moving. And I got her.
Got her.
Got her. You know, Howie, why I married her, Howie?
No.
She was a bull rider in a rodeo, Howie. She
bet.
was a bull rider in a rodeo, and I married her, Jacqueline.
You can hit that one too.
Because I figured anybody who thought 8 seconds was a long time to be on would be a good wife. That's funny.
Keep going now.
She's not even a good cook. I said, if you could cook better, we could fire the chef. She said, if you could screw better, we could fire the chauffeur. You think it's easy being married to an Asian girl? She's Asian,
Wait,
Jacqueline.
the timer.
Jacqueline.
The guy with the
timing.
finger. The guy with the finger.
Jacqueline.
That's Kyle.
Yes,
She's
yes,
Asian.
yes.
She's Asian, and she likes to drink. That's 2 kinds of I can't drive. Do you know the hookers in Vegas drop it, drape it, and droop it? In your case, they droop it. I was with a hooker last night. I dropped my pants. She dropped her price. Hookers in New York, they meet you, greet you, and eat you. It's a little different over there. You follow me?
No,
Oh,
that was too early.
Hookers in New York, they meet you, greet you, and eat you. It's a little different over there. You follow me? Do you follow me?
No.
You don't follow me.
Say yes.
Yes.
You follow
yes.
me?
Yes.
Follow me, I'll call the cops. I don't even know you. I got problems. I got 2 kids in private school. They won't even tell me where it is. They told the kid to form a double line and went, get.
You are really, really interesting. I want you to get everything that you want. I want you also to be careful.
Howie.
I want you to be careful. I want you to be nice. The internet is a scary place right now. People are really sensitive, and just have fun, be happy, be healthy. And I want to thank Ethan for recommending you.